I like the setup. I think it's good. When you start moving the club away, you have a lot of lower body action that does a good job. It just does it really early in the swing.
Okay.
So your lower body finishes its move, and then the upper body starts to kick in. And then from here, as you start to come down, you're unwinding it pretty much all at the same time. So now the club comes down a little bit steeper.
Yeah.
It comes down outside your
Yep.
hands, which is leading to steep and across the ball.
Right.
So the first thing that I want to kind of look at today is to feel as though that we can make a bit of a backswing without your legs moving.
Okay.
So we're going to take the first half of the backswing without the legs moving, but then once the legs move, then we're going to start to get the hands a little bit more behind your heels. You can see that right there,
Yeah.
that butt of the club is more toe line.
You want it behind.
Yeah, because as you start to come down here into the downswing, I should be able to see a lot of your lead arm, and that shaft shouldn't be looking like it's going to chop your head off.
Got it.
So we're going to find a lower body restriction early on, get the hands back deeper so that when you start to come down, that shaft kind of sits through the middle of your tricep. Yeah, and I think that's going to still give you the feeling like you're swinging toward the target without the ball or the club actually swinging out to the left.
Got it.
Okay, so let me kind of show you what I mean here. So first thing we're going to do is feel as though that as you start to move back this way, that this leg doesn't straighten and this one doesn't bend so early, right? So we're going to kind of feel like the legs stay where they are until you get the club to about here.
Yeah.
And then as you go up to the top, as the legs start to turn, that's going to help bring your club more across your body and more, behind your heel line. So from no movement in the legs to lots of movement with the club coming back here, now as you start coming down into the golf ball, that shaft's going to be flatter or lower compared to here, and that's just going to change how the club comes into the ball, because we can see like the divot depth is pretty good. It's just they're pointed significantly to the left. Okay, so trying to keep it simple to start with. It's almost going to be like you're just trying to feel like you move your arms and maybe a little bit of your chest back this way first. And then once it goes back that way, that's when the whole body starts to turn. It's going to help the arms get back that way. So
When I think of my backswing, I meant this is the kickstart motion. So now I've changed that to this.
yeah,
Then follow behind.
and it's almost like I like the idea that starts the motion. It's just that you do a lot of it to start the motion.
Okay.
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 So jump into your shot for me. Okay, so take it back about halfway and keep this where it is. Okay, good. So the feeling, keep your eye on the ball. The feeling is that the arms are going to go behind you over here more today. Okay, all right, one more time. Okay, so just give me the half back swing and stop. Good. And now keep going up to the top, but keep your arm. Good. And now when you come down, you have to find a way to get your arms under this more. Under, yep. So this is kind of like your barrier. We want to go under on the way back, under on the way down. Cool. So hit this next shot, hold your finish. I'll change it to here, so now we're going under and then under again. Hold the finish. Okay, so in the finish, I want the lower body turned to the target more, but the upper body less turned. So it's kind of interesting that when you go from the top of your swing here, even though you've got a whole bunch of lower body turn, your upper body unwinds faster than your lower. So it's very much chest and shoulder driven. And what that's going to do as well is that's going to throw this club out to the left, but it's also going to make you feel like you have to lose your balance. So I want it to feel like that the legs don't do much in the backswing until later on, but then in the downswing into the finish, that your legs face the target before your arms and your shoulders turn through. Yeah, yeah, and it's almost like I'm trying to get your chest to stay behind your hips, right? So finishing the swing with like the chest facing the target, that would almost be too much turn.
Okay.
So let's make some practice swings to start. So all the way up to the top, hold it up there. All right, hold it here. Okay, so start turning the lower body to the target. Decent, yeah, 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 there. That type of a feel. So do that without me holding you back. Okay, come look at that one. Cool. We're just going to get that draw to start a little more to the right. Okay, right knee stays bent. Big turn. Get the hands behind you. Good. And so we're going to work on this in two different ways, two segments today. First is getting the backswing and the initial downswing right. And then the next one is trying to feel like when you finish your swing, that your right leg gets all the way forward. If that right leg stays back and your upper body unwinds, we get the opposite twist. So it's like lower body, both front pockets have to face the target. Right shoulder almost doesn't get to the target. Right shoulder back, right knee forward. Show me a finish position like that, just a practice swing. Yeah, one more time. Do that one again. Okay, so it's going to feel like this knee gets more forward and that shoulder stays more back. So you'll see that when I finish this swing, my right knee's forward, but my right shoulder's back. And that's just going to keep you from... Yeah, and that it gets you forward. It gets you facing here without overdoing it. Yeah, and the overdoing it part that I just mentioned, that's the stuff that makes it go left. Now look at that divot. Wider and straighter. We're on the right track. I'd say for a few of these shots, tee them up. Just a little tee to give you a little bit of confidence in what we're doing. Target. Hey, good job. Good job. So I'm liking the backswing with the right knee staying bent, right? Trying to get the hands behind you. I'm going to give it about 40 minutes of practicing with this, and then I'm going to get on the finish position. Okay, cool.